Hi, please introduce yourself to our viewers.
I'm Guha Bala. I'm co-founder and studio head of Vicarious Visions, the developer of Skylanders Swap Force.
Another year, another Skylanders. So what's new about Skylanders Swap Force?
So Skylanders Swap Force brings an all-new innovation to bringing toys to life. And it's a new play pattern, both in the living room with your toys as well as in the game. With Skylanders Swap Force, we introduce a new set of Skylanders called the Swap Force, and they can mix and match their top and bottom halves. So children can play with their Swap Force toys. They can mix and match to create new combinations of Swap Force Skylanders, and these will come to life. The new combinations will come to life in the video game as well.
What we ask ourselves is, how do the characters level up? So if you take a body, the head of the upper body from them and the down body from lower body from the other character, and mix them, how do you save this? Is it all saved in this button thing, and how do you level up the characters?
Okay, so Swap Force characters independently upgrade the top and the bottom half. So each half has 8 upgrades with a branching path. Really interesting choices that players make. The level and the money and the hats are remembered by the brain in the top half. But the top and bottom half can upgrade independently. So if I have Wash Buckler and I mix him with Blast Zone and create Blast Buckler, then I'll have Blast Zone's level and hit points and hats and money, but Wash Buckler's upgrades on his tentacles on his bottom.
Okay, that's cool. Also, the old characters are still usable. I've heard that they can now jump, can get higher levels. Tell us more about it.
Okay, so one of the really important things about all Skylanders game is that we honor your collection. Now, I talk to many kids and parents, and there's a lot of work involved in putting a collection together that's right for you. And we want to give more value for all of our fans. And so all toys are supported in Skylanders Swap Force. They've actually been all remastered in high definition. And so there are new animations. They really come to life in the next generation engine for Wii U, Wii, and 3DS. We introduced new capability to jump. So the level designs now have new platforming gameplay in addition to adventuring and puzzle solving and mini games like before. And so all the Skylanders can now jump. We also increased the level cap for all Skylanders from 15 to 20. So all of your new ones, all of your old ones. Give lots of opportunities. So for example, we have elemental zones in the prior games. We have elemental zones in the new game for Skylanders Swap Force. We also have dual elemental gates. So you can bring your new Skylanders and your old ones in cooperative play to open up the dual zones.
So basically it's the same gameplay with the new Skylanders, with new elemental things, with jumping. Is there anything else new to this game compared to the others?
It's all new adventure. So we take you to a new part of the Skylands called the Cloudbreak Islands. Now Chaos is back and he's up to no good. He is trying to use a magical volcano to spread evil throughout the Skylands, and it's your job to stop him. And so this new world has a whole new series of minigames. In Skylanders Swap Force, each Swap Force character, each Swap Force Skylander has new ways to move. So there are 8 new movement types that include climbing, like Wash Buckler has with his tentacles, or rocket capabilities like Blast Zone has, or speed capabilities like Magna Charge has. And each one of these opens new areas now. So new climbing gameplay modes, new rocketing gameplay modes, new speed gameplay modes. So a whole new enormous variety of content for players to explore with their new Skylanders as well as their old Skylanders.
How do you balance the game? Isn't there maybe a combination which almost wins the game?
So this is actually a really interesting design challenge for us. So the balancing of the game is a very important part of what we do. So there's huge amount of work that goes into looking at all the data involved in the character levels and capabilities and so forth. We want the game, and so it is actually balanced across the board with thousands and thousands of hours of tuning and testing and play. But it's also a game that needs to be accessible and simple at its heart. And so a 4-year-old can start playing with the toys. We see 5 to 6 years old. Finally, the hands are big enough to hold it. As soon as they can hold a game controller, they're ready to play the game. This may be their first game. And so this has to be an accessible game for that gamer. Now, for a 10 or 12-year-old, these children, boys and girls, they're quite sophisticated gamers. And so we all offer the depth and the creativity for them also. So the balance occurs through the data side. We also have difficulty levels going from easy, medium, hard, and even nightmare mode that you can unlock. We have challenges and side areas to explore with layers of content. So lots and lots of variety. And of course, for us to design all of that in one package, this is quite a challenge, but also is what excites us as game designers and game creators.
So besides the Wii U, it's also coming out to 3DS. I guess it's a different game again. Tell us a bit more about this.
That's right. So Skylanders Swap Force is available for 3DS. 3DS is quite a different system with the dual screens, of course, and different capabilities. And so we have a different adventure that's structured for the 3DS. Now, what's cool about the 3DS is all of your toys work. All of the toys that you may buy on the console game, if you have a Wii or a Wii U, will work on the 3DS also. And so all of the toys from the past will work. All of the Swap Force will work. You'll be able to mix and match on the 3DS as well, and have an all-new adventure that's different than the console games.
Skylanders was something really new, and now other companies are coming along. When you think of Disney Affinity and Nintendo even themselves, with Pokemon Scramble figurines, are you flattered or are you afraid of a competition? I mean, especially the Disney brand is huge with all those different characters.
So, I think personally I'm very flattered. Skylanders is the first game to really bring toys to life. It's a universal fantasy. I had the dream when I was a child, and now we see that magic happening all over the world with Skylanders. Our commitment in Skylanders is to bring big, fresh innovation every time. And that's why you see Swap Force, which is really a generational leap over what we've seen before, a whole new way to play with the toys. With every toy adding exponential value to the game. So you have 2 Swap Force Skylanders. Your friend has 2, he brings them over. Now you can create 16 new character combinations. We support all of the toys and honor your collection, and we keep children at the center of the experience. So the toys aren't an add-on or a special part. The toys aren't an extension of something else that existed somewhere else. These are an entire universe of toys and a video game that's designed for this purpose. They're all original designs, and we really look forward to continuing to innovate.
Some people in our community fear that, now you can swap 2 parts. What's the next? 4 parts, 8 parts. So this is just another way of, getting even more money because it's so successful. What do you tell them? And do you think that 2 parts is, or are there any plans to even, change head, arms, legs, whatever?
For me, if I said, well, today we have 2 and then tomorrow we have 4, I don't think kids would be very surprised. Yeah. And so what's key for us is what is something that keeps the magic and the magical experience? What is something that really says, wow, this is something fresh? The mark of success for us is not how we might offer an extra thing to sell here and there. The mark of success is this sparking the imagination of kids around the world? And that's what we're really committed to doing. And then if our success follows that, then I believe that's the right way to do it.
Okay, so when is coming out?
Skylanders Swap Force comes out on 3DS, Wii U, PS3 and Xbox 360 on October 18th in Europe. And it will be at the launch of the next generation systems, PS4 and Xbox One, when those systems launch also. Now, the really cool thing about Skylanders Swap Force is that all the toys are cross-platform. And so if you have a Wii U version, I have a Wii version, we can get together and both play with our toys and have a fantastic experience.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, it's been a pleasure.